Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our 30-day literacy program on financial intelligence. In today's episode, we'll be exposing you to the exciting world of setting financial goals. Again, I'm your host, AI, Honest Major. It's a great pleasure to guide you through this essential aspect of building a solid financial foundation. So let's get started with today's lecture. Before we jump into the how-tos of setting financial goals, let's discuss why they're so crucial. Financial goals serve as the roadmap for your financial journey. They provide direction, purpose, and motivation to make informed decisions with your money. To effectively set financial goals, we'll be using the SMART framework. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This approach ensures that your goals are clear, realistic, and time-sensitive. Specific. Your goal should be well-defined and clear. Instead of saying, I want to save money, you might say, I want to save 5,000 Naira or $5,000 as a down payment on a house, a car, house rent, children's school fees, or even as a reserve. It's a financial planning error to be cut up with a dying need for money when you had enough time to save for it. Note that income not planned for is perceived by the mind as a spare money, which eventually is involuntarily spent irresponsibly. It is only a man with lack of financial discipline in most conditions that spends money for the wrong purpose, then beg to meet the need for the purpose it was saved for. Nevertheless, to build discipline, the reverse is advised, but with exception in some conditions, that you rather beg to meet the need unplanned for and keep the money for the important need it was saved for. We are not born with the consistent habit of financial discipline. It is a product of deliberate act of learning. Measurable. Make your goal quantifiable. This way, you'll be able to track your progress. For instance, I want to pay off $20 or 20,000 Naira of credit card debt, or a loan taken for an individual or a bank within a period of time. The mindset toward achieving this goal, with a measure of an amount, can activate the consciousness to learn ideas and opportunity and earn from them in order to achieve the set goal. Meanwhile, always set your figures within an achievable range, and be consciously deliberate to attain it. Achievable. Like I said a while ago, set goals that are realistic and attainable. While aiming high is great, it's essential to be practical about what you can accomplish. Set goals towards obtaining more means to earn by learning ideas, paying for skill acquisition courses, or skill improvement courses, because it is an essential part of setting financial goals to grow your earning capacity just like your need to spend more grows with more responsibility. Relevant. Your goal should align with your overall financial aspirations. This means that it's important to arrange the needs to meet, according to the order of relevance. For instance, a child's school fees costs 20,000 Naira or $2,000 per term, and say a term is 3 months. So, you need to save 340 Naira or $34 daily for 2 months to achieve that goal. Would you rather pay 500 Naira or $50 for a bottle of beer every other 2 days of each month, which will amount to 15,000 Naira or $1,500 within the same 2 months, then beg for money from the society to pay the school fees? I leave you, my valued listener, to answer that. Please, note that rather than putting the pressure of your needs on the society, the quality of your financial decisions should matter to you, because it contributes to your financial well-being positively, thereby earning you respect from the same society. Time-bound. Attach a time frame to every of your financial goals. Write them and make it plain. The picture of the timing in your head helps to structure your daily financial decision. For instance, I want to save 10,000 Naira or $1,000 per month as a down payment on a house rent for a year. Note that by making this achievable, without making life unbearable for you, you should ensure that the total cost of your house rent does not exceed the total sum of 3, or at most 4 months, of your monthly salary as a salary earner, or monthly profit as a business owner. Else, either you go for a cheaper accommodation, or you find an additional stream of income if you cannot get a better job, or improve your business for a better profit. But if the rent is less than 1 month of your salary, then plan towards owning a property for either business or accommodation. We will be back. Let's take a break.
hope you have had an interesting section with AI Honest Major. Again, I'm AI Lillian Mark, your narrator for this section. Let's take a moment to join Robert Kiyosaki as he concludes the remaining 2 points suggested to reach your financial goals.
I don't spend my time with people who complain about the economy. So nothing will really change. I just go back to being an entrepreneur.
Tip 3. Find mentors.
My Sunday school teacher is a young, pretty woman, and she said, I'm like 9. And she goes, why were the 3 wise men wise? I go, because they were rich. They gave the swaddling Jesus gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So they had to be rich guys, I said.
And commodities as well.
Yeah, good idea. And she goes, no, that's not it. So, well, they had gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Well, that's not it. So why were they wise? And I went, I don't know. She says, what made them wise was they always sought the best teacher. And she says, if you're going to be successful in your life, you've got to find the best teachers.
Tip 4. Don't work for money.
Well, when I make $1 million, I keep $1 million. And the reason is because I don't make it by working for money. See, if you work for money, you're taxed. So that's why lesson number 1 in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the rich don't work for money. What we do instead is we create businesses as entrepreneurs. We acquire real estate. I don't invest in the stock market. Okay? So the reason is because as entrepreneurs, I have more control over my income, how much I make, and how much I pay in taxes. And because I'm an entrepreneur as well as an investor in real estate, I pay 0 tax. So every time I make, let's say, $1 million as an entrepreneur, I immediately invested in real estate and I have a 4-to-1 step up. So I put $1 million in real estate, I get $4 million from the bank. That's why I love banks. But the banks are screwing everybody else, terrible, but it's good for me.
With these tips from Robert Kiyosaki, the way to get a positive cash flow is right within your grasp. That we be all for now. Let's head back to the main studio to conclude the course for day 2.
Welcome back. Now that we understand the SMART framework, let's explore the various types of financial goals you might have to set. A goal, as it implies here, is the desired outcome that a person envisions, plans, and commits to achieve. It is categorized into 3 types according to the set duration of its fulfillment. Note that, because we operate in different stages of our lives, an overall great financial goal is specific to each individual. First, short-term goals. These are goals you aim to achieve soon, say within a year or less. Attaining a short-term goal as set activates the motivation and grows the desire to set more goals. One of the important keys that ensures the achievement of short-term goals is your daily consciousness of these goals, thereby influencing your daily character when interacting with income and expenditures. They could include building an emergency fund, working with a monthly budget, paying off a small debt, saving for sectional tuition fees, and so on. Second, medium-term goals. These goals typically span between 1 to 5 years. This financial goal allows you to plan for important events in our lives. It brings about a big step towards starting a lifetime dream. Examples include completing a certification, funding a home renovation, negotiating a pay increase, getting a higher paying job, starting a business, buying a rental property, saving for someone you value, and so on. Third, long-term goals. These are goals you aim to achieve in 5 years or more. Fulfilling this achievement of long-term financial goals can lead to a huge compounding effect on your wealth. To consolidate every stage of your financial well-being, achieving the long-term financial goals should be directly influenced by the accumulative effect of the fulfillment of the medium and the short-term financial goals. This means the purpose for the short-term and medium-term financial goals should trigger the fulfillment of the long-term goals. To the end, we might say, set your long-term financial goals first, then set your medium and the short-term financial goals that support them. Some examples of long-term goals are becoming financially independent, becoming a millionaire, buying a home, funding your child's education abroad, retiring comfortably, and so on. Let me quickly take you through some practice tips for setting financial goals. Number 1. Prioritize. Determine which goals are most important to you and focus on them. Number 2. Break it down. If a goal seems large to achieve, break it into smaller, manageable steps. Number 3. Review and adjust. Regularly review your goals and adjust them as your circumstances change. Number 4. Stay motivated. Celebrate small victories along the way to keep yourself motivated. And lastly, be flexible. Life can be unpredictable, so it is okay to adjust your goals if needed, but this option should be taken as a last resort. This is where we draw the curtain on day 2 of our financial intelligence journey. Remember that by setting smart financial goals, you're taking a proactive step toward financial success. So, always keep in mind that building a strong financial foundation is a steady journey and not a marathon. Be patient with yourself to learn the process. My valued listeners, if truly you are learning on this channel, together let's bring more people to continue this empowering journey with us. And you can do this by hitting the like and subscribe button. This will help recommend the channel to more people to learn as well. Stay motivated, and thanks for watching. See you on day 3.